So I am 236439. That is my prison OID number. My social security number is 471-089646. You might want to ask yourself why I'm giving you this information. It's because I truly don't give a fuck what the system that we live in wants to try to have a hold on me. Now, you look at today's systems, our government, and shit, and if you're like me, you understand that the system is broken. You see people with money, all these corporations and shit, they got all this money and they can get away with murder and just pay a fine. You see that in our government, you see that in the corporate systems like the World Health Organization or the United States healthcare, and if you're like me, it's become frustrating. Now, over there in Tokyo, they had a problem. They needed their railroad system to become more efficient in their subways or whatever the fuck they call it. And so what they used was a slime mold algorithm, or they actually used slime mold, or so they say, and used oats as the nutrition for the slime mold to map out their transit system into the most efficient system that they could hold. Now, when you look at that at a broad spectrum, you can basically use that in every facet of everyday life. And I've had hours and hours and hours of this debates that I had with ChatGPT and Grok, and what I've come to, I found basically a better way of government, a better way to structure our lives, a better way to build our homes, a better way to build anything and everything by using that same algorithm. Now, look at me. I'm just a fucking felon. I'm a dad. People see me flipping this motherfucking butterfly knife and they see somebody that, is a menace to society. They're scared of people like me because they see the tattoos. They see somebody that they can't control. So I don't give a fuck about money. I don't give a fuck about material shit. I stutter, I slur, I have my flaws. I'm an ex-addict. I'm off the drugs now, but I see the correlation between the two. And I see a system that's been uses the bureaucracy to strip you of your money, your hard-earned money, to feed their own pockets. And if you're like me, just being outraged or just identifying it for what it is and not knowing what to do about it. So I'm building this system. I'm trying to connect the dots. And I'm trying to find a better way. I don't like people. I love people. But at the same time, I treat everybody as my kids. You know, people, they hate me. They don't like me. They see somebody and they automatically fear me because that's human nature. They fear what they don't know. But when you break me down, I'm just like you. This whole thing is just one. You can see the fucking flaws in me. You can see how I stutter. You can see the fucked up teeth. I'm just me. If you don't like that, well, good for you. I love you. But whatever. But if you are like me, you want to see a better way, change this fucking system that we're in. I've been creating structures, government between. I know how to make that fucking what do you call it? I fucking study physics, I study religion, I study every fucking thing I can think of. And I've been connecting the dots. I've been connecting dots in between science and religion in so many different ways, and the fucking golden ratio. I recognize what Nikola Tesla be talking about. I've been layering and layering shit on top of each other and finding the fucking shit that people don't really fucking understand. And what I've come to understand is nature is like in our native way. We talk about the three sisters. You know, off the top of my head, I forget what it is. It's like squash, beans, and corn or whatever. But it's using nature to basically solve problems. You don't need all these pesticides in your food. You know, you've been working with technology today. We've been fighting nature. In reality, you really just gotta figure out that there's a problem, or you gotta see that whatever problem, there's a natural solution to everything. And that's what I'm here to tell y'all. That's what I'm here to show y'all. Because there's people, you know, they're connecting the dots, but they're not seeing the whole picture. And that's what I'm trying to do I'm trying to help y'all. And so, I'm not trying to run for president. I have no interest in money. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. In fact, the most freeing thing that ever happened to me was back when I was a kid. I broke down on the side of the road. I had everything I had inside that car that I had. And when I walked away from that shit, that was like the most freeing experience of my fucking life. I never felt no freedom like that, ever. I didn't have the pressure of trying to, upkeep this thing. No, none of that. I don't give a fuck about shit. About none of that. Material world, that's all it is. It's material bullshit. Fuck all that shit. They're probably, gonna censor me because, all this language I'm using. But I'm just being raw, unedited. This is all one take. I don't care about none of that. I ain't trying to look good. I ain't trying to, I'm being as real as you can be. Who else wants some real shit? Like these Epstein files. Shit, if it was up to me, we'd go around and fucking take out all of them motherfuckers. I'm not saying, go out and, cause violence or none of that shit. I'm saying treat everybody like they're your kid. This whole world, that's why there's no respect in this world. Like, everybody in this world needs a good ass whooping. Especially me. Remember that. I'm gonna sign off, but I'm saying my last video.